Hi, Stephen McHugh here, Stephen's Evolution, and welcome back to my channel, the channel where I aim to bring my lived autistic experiences through language. If you're new here, a warm welcome to you. If you're a regular viewer and you've liked previous videos and they've resonated with you, please consider hitting the subscribe button. In this video, my wish is to talk about something that's been part of my life for as long as I can remember. It is trying to find the right words to say in a conversation, but the feeling of being in fog. My goal is to share my experiences, to give an idea of what it's like, been like, how it's changed over the years, and how I've learned to work with the fog rather than against it. This is to do with the metaphor, walking through the fog. For a long time, conversations would feel like as though I was walking through fog. I would be listening to the words of others in conversations. Ideas would be forming in my head. I'd feel that as though I had something to add, but the words would feel distant. I could compare them to being hidden shapes somewhere in the fog. I couldn't see them clearly enough, and the fog would clear, but by the time it did, it would be the words that would have already cleared, gone, and the moment for me to contribute to a conversation would have passed. Over time, things changed. The rules of communication, including the timings, cues, the patterns, would all make more sense. Amongst it all, I would develop better listening and understanding skills, listening to what was going on and then understanding what conversation was about. And if I felt I had something that I felt was relevant to a conversation, I would contribute it. It was like, the way I see it is comparing it to the rising sun slowly warming everything around and the fog thinning at the same time. As I got more experience, words would become more apparent and clearer. Conversations would become less guesswork. It was like I'd have more space and more confidence to contribute more, not be perfect, but clearer. One thing I learned about conversations was that you had to actually talk, but that isn't always the case. You don't always have to say anything if you feel if what you want to say is not relevant. You can just sit or stand there listening intently. I can compare this to when the fog lifts, clears, that is, and the words aren't there. Maybe it wasn't time for you. Maybe it wasn't the conversation for you to make a contribution to. In addition, being invited into conversations can help, like someone saying to you or asking you, do you want to talk about something that's of interest to you? Could be something that might amuse you, like part of a film, a funny film that is, comedy. Going back to my primary school days, which seem a long way in the past now, one thing that stands out to me is a day when I did a talk about telescopes. It was decided for me and my classmates to do talks on given dates at certain times. We all had to prepare for the talks on the subjects of our choice. I remember doing research and practicing what I wanted to say in it. Something happened. Looking back, the way I look at the preparation it was like the sun's energy evaporating the fog helping to reveal words for me to say. Words would become clear to me, that is. I had a better idea of what I wanted to say and how to say it. And on the day, something clicked. I felt words coming to me more easily. It was like I'd walked through the fog ahead of time. What stood out was, it was the powers of retention related to it. The planning and preparation had helped to clear the path before I did my talk. And fast forward to today, the fog does still show up from time to time, like it always does from time to time, when the weather conditions are right for it. And me recording videos for my channel is no exception. Trying to find the words to say is like searching through fog. The planning of the videos, outlining points, and thinking about what I want to share and talk about is compared to the warming sun. Well, that's how I see it. More planning equals more fog lifting, leading to more words to be found, what I want to say, what I mean. And another thing I'd like to mention is, for a long time I've struggled with perfection, like a need to get every word right in every sentence. And honestly, there is no need to be word perfect. That's one thing I've learned here. Striving for perfection the way I see it is thicker fog, which can hold you back. The focus is to be clear and real enough. Authenticity matters more than flawless delivery. For me, it can feel more human and natural. There is less pressure that would otherwise hold one back. Have you ever felt like walking through fog? Well, metaphorically, that is, and trying to speak, and like trying to find words you want to say. You're not alone. We all experience it in our own unique ways. However, it doesn't mean that we're not capable. Sometimes fog can take time to clear. Sometimes preparation and a bit of self-kindness and acceptance can go some way too. For me, it can be being invited into conversations to talk about, or what you may want to talk about, that is. The important thing is to keep going along. Your path will get clearer. Questions for you. Has communication ever felt foggy for you? And what can help you to find words when you need them to say what you want to say or mean? Please feel free to share your responses in the comments section below. I look forward to hearing your stories and learning from them. In fact, when I think about it, we can all learn together. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed or found it relatable, like it resonated with you, feel free to like, subscribe, or even share it with someone who you know might appreciate it. My next video is to do with the idiom, breaking the ice. It will include one struggle for me with starting conversations. If this sounds interesting, make sure you're around for it. Until then, take care, and I'll see you then.